Most people think playing the ball is about speed, strength, or talent. But there's a part of the game that nobody talks about. What I call the invisible battle. Stride for stride looks good on film, but that's where most DBs lose the rep. Because the closer you get to the ball, the smaller the margins for control becomes. And control, not speed, decides who finishes the play. This DB does everything right in the first 5 yards. Eyes, feet, hands in sync. He earns position, gets in phase, and it looks like he won. But that's where the real battle begins. The receiver looks back, the DB doesn't. From the stands, it looks late, but in reality, he's waiting, reading. Because when you're in phase, you're not chasing the ball. You're tracking behavior. You see that hand on the DB shoulder? That's the invisible weapon. A light push, no flag, no replay. Just enough to win. But the DB doesn't panic. He goes underneath and clears the arm. It's not a move, it's instinct. That's control. That's calm and chaos. Now watch the next rep. Different matchup, just further down the field. The DB wins the first 5 yards again. He stride for stride, perfectly in phase. The receiver turns his head and the DB stays patient. Freeze it here. Look at the receiver's forearm, pressed into the DB's chest. If the ball's coming now, that is a perfect setup for a subtle push off and no one would notice. But this DB adjusts. He goes over the forearm and clears the contact, and that lets him look and lean and stay balanced. Now the receiver can't extend, can't separate, and this DB finishes in full control. Same result, clean pass breakup. That's the invisible battle, not physical, mental. It's the difference between reacting and responding, between emotions and awareness. Fast gets you close, calm wins the rep. The first 5 yards gave him position. The invisible battle finished it. Everyone sees the race. He saw the truth. He won what no one else could see. That's what mastery feels like. Control when everything else is chaos.